Picture yourself in the 1930s, a time marked by massive global shifts and rising tensions. The world was on the brink of a conflict that would change everything, and nations were in a frenzied arms race. It was in this atmosphere that a true masterpiece of military engineering was born, the Solothurn 20mm. With its rugged appearance and devastating firepower, it wasn't just a weapon. It was a legend in the making. For firearms enthusiasts and military history buffs, the Solothurn 20mm is far more than just a piece of metal. It's a story of innovation, power, and the relentless pursuit of battlefield dominance. You're about to dive into the fascinating history of this anti-tank legend, a story that, despite its apparent simplicity, changed the course of battles at the time. Now, if you're the kind of person who enjoys a good story about firearms, who likes to dig into the steel and gunpowder behind it all, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing. And of course, drop a comment below with your thoughts on the Solothurn 20mm. Did you already know about this legend? I'm really curious to hear what you think about this gem of military engineering. Topic 1. The origins of the Solothurn 20mm. The birth of the Solothurn 20mm traces back to the urgent need of military forces to find an effective solution against the tanks that began to dominate the battlefields. At the time, the idea of a portable weapon capable of taking on these machines seemed almost impossible. But it was in Switzerland, at the Solothurn Arms Factory, that this idea began to take shape. Initially, Solothurn AG was a subsidiary of Rheinmetall Borsig, a German company that found in Switzerland's neutrality the perfect place to develop weapons beyond the reach of the Treaty of Versailles. Thus, in the midst of international restrictions, Solothurn created the S-18-100, the first version of this anti-tank legend. The Solothurn 20mm was designed to be operated by a small team, offering mobility and firepower in a single platform. With its 20x105mm B cartridge, this weapon could pierce armor that many other portable weapons couldn't even scratch. And more than that, the Solothurn 20mm wasn't a piece of artillery. It was the result of forward-thinking strategy. From the moment it was created, it became a key component for any army that wanted to stay relevant on the battlefield. Now, just imagine being on the front line with one of these in your hands. It's not just history you're holding, but a piece of a true battlefield giant. Topic 2. The impact on the battlefield. When the Solothurn 20mm finally made its way to the battlefield, it quickly gained a reputation. Just think about it. In a time when battles were being dominated by armored vehicles, soldiers finally had a weapon that could take on these threats. The impact of the Solothurn 20mm was immediate and powerful. It wasn't just the force of its shots that impressed, but also its precision and reliability under extreme conditions. In the hands of trained soldiers, it could change the course of a combat, taking down vehicles that once seemed invulnerable. This impact was felt especially during the Spanish Civil War, where the Solothurn 20mm proved its worth in the hands of combatants. On the other hand, the Solothurn wasn't just a weapon that destroyed tanks. It was a piece of morale. Having a Solothurn by your side was like having a guarantee that, when things got tough, you'd have a chance to turn the tide. For many soldiers, that was all that mattered. It's no wonder that despite its weight and the need for a crew to operate it, the Solothurn 20mm was one of the most valued weapons on the battlefield. After all, in times of war, knowing you have a legend by your side makes all the difference. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want one of these legends in their collection? Topic 3. The design and engineering behind the Solothurn. The Solothurn 20mm wasn't just efficient, it was a work of art in military engineering. From the start, Swiss engineers were dedicated to creating a weapon that was not only functional but also robust and durable. The design of the Solothurn was aimed at maximizing impact while minimizing recoil, something essential for a 20mm weapon. Additionally, the semi-automatic loading system allowed for a relatively high rate of fire for its time, which made a huge difference in combat. And that's not all. The Solothurn was also designed to be disassembled and transported relatively easily. considering its size and power. The engineering behind the Solothurn was also reflected in the materials used in its construction. Made from high-quality steel, it was able to withstand the harsh conditions of the battlefield without compromising its performance. Every detail of the Solothurn was carefully planned to ensure it could be used effectively in various situations, from ambushes against vehicles to fixed defensive positions. And this level of detail made the Solothurn 20mm stand out not just as a powerful weapon, but as an example of excellence in military design. Looking at the Solothurn, it's easy to see that we're not talking about a simple weapon, but a true masterpiece of war engineering. Topic 4. Global expansion and use. The success of the Solothurn 20mm wasn't limited to Europe. In no time, this weapon gained worldwide fame, being adopted by armies from different nations. Its firepower and reliability made it a popular choice not only among European countries but also in other parts of the world. In Japan, for example, the Solothurn was adapted for use as an anti-aircraft weapon, while in the United States, it was evaluated as a possible addition to the anti-tank arsenal. This global expansion of the Solothurn is a testament to its effectiveness and the respect it earned over time. However, with this expansion came challenges. In some terrains, the mobility of the Solothurn was questioned, and armed forces began to look for lighter and easier to handle alternatives. Despite this, the Solothurn's reputation remained intact, and it continued to be a solid choice for specific operations. In battles where vehicle support was available or where defensive positions were advantageous, the Solothurn 20mm proved unbeatable. And this ensured its relevance in a constantly changing military landscape, where innovation was key to survival. Topic 5. The legacy of the Solothurn 20mm. Today, the Solothurn 20mm is remembered not just as a powerful weapon, but as a symbol of an era of military innovation. For collectors and historians, it represents a time when military engineering was at its peak, and every new weapon could make the difference between victory and defeat. The legacy of the Solothurn goes beyond its use on the battlefield. It influenced the design of future anti-tank weapons, and remains a reference for those studying the evolution of modern warfare. Its impact is felt even today, whether in museums, private collections, or the stories told by those who witnessed it in action. And for those who are passionate about historical firearms, the Solothurn 20mm is a piece that sparks fascination. It's not just a relic, it's a testament to what engineering and strategy can achieve when combined brilliantly. Every shot, every time it was mounted on the battlefield, contributed to building its legend. And even though times have changed and weapons have evolved, the Solothurn 20mm continues to be an immortal reference, a reminder that sometimes history is written with steel and gunpowder. Now, if you enjoyed learning more about this legend, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.